Still the wind, how the wind is. No, I'm asking them. I was asking them. It's a legendary backdrop. Legendary duo.
That shit saying waiting. I done hit go. Did I hit live?
Yes, the thing going.
Exit out this.
That's how road. Sunday, it's so cold.
Okay, yeah, we on. All right. Listen, I done gave a link to my school group, but I gave them the wrong link. So we gonna see if they come in. Listen, we on here. Miami. My brother YB
We out
just
here.
did 12 years, just came home.
Walked it down too. It ain't just do it. We walked it down. Got
what that
everything
mean?
we supposed to get up out of it.
What that mean when you say walk it down?
Man, we did everything, man. We read our books. We got my mind right. I'm talking about every situation they try to break you down. Stay
Man,
strong
hey, tell
to it. Info.
Tell them what books.
Oh, the first book that started me off, as everybody should start with, the basics. Think and Grow Rich.
Think and Grow Rich.
That right there just gets you.
Did I send that to you? You already had that.
No, you sent me every book I ever got. All the first, and it was in order. So Think and Grow Rich, the first book you sent me, I was in juvenile hall.
Yeah.
This is when it first started.
Hey, listen, for y'all who don't know, what age did you go to prison? Or you got locked up? 17.
17.
To what age?
29.
17 years old to 29 years old.
They ain't ready for all what we got to talk about.
Locked up. You know what I'm saying? And this is why you partly the reason I have the mindset that I have, because always in the back of my mind, I'd be like, nigga, how could I be tripping off anything? Nigga, I'm not locked up. You know, these people out here, they tripping off a little minuscule shit. I feel like as long as I'm free, now I ain't tripping off nothing. But go ahead. So you said Think and Grow Rich. What else?
Think and Grow Rich. Soon after I read that, I was able to dive into As a Man Thinking.
Oh man, you know
that was the second. That was the second book.
That shit was like my Bible. Like going through just doing what I was doing. That was like my Bible to always do my mind right.
Yeah, As a Man Thinking, the best gem I got of that, and I needed it at the very beginning because I had a long journey. I didn't even know what I was in for.
Yeah.
But it talked about when he sold the tractor, and if he would have just kept digging a little bit more.
Oh yeah. 3 feet from gold.
Yeah, and if he wouldn't have stopped. So I just had my mindset just keep pushing. Even though I knew I had a lot more time to do.
Hey man, tell them about that William Atkinson.
See, they might gotta wait on that. It's still a lot of books, but William Atkinson. If you ain't know William Atkinson,
yeah, man, they sleeping. I didn't get that book out so much. It just all of his books, but what's the Power of Concentration?
Power of Concentration.
That's Bible right there.
Power of Concentration. It's gonna have you.
What's the deal?
It's gonna have you like every situation that you find yourself in. If you could just slow yourself down, concentrate, and tap into what they talking about in that book. Any situation, you're not gonna really have a problem.
Man, they don't know that. They don't know that. Listen, it's what I'm saying. Like, you remember when you was locked up, I said, man, when you come out here, nigga, ain't nobody gonna be able to fuck with you, because the mentality to be able to go through that 12 years, everything you had to go through, that type of mental stress makes you grow. Most people out here, they so weak, they so comfortable. The smallest thing break them.
The main thing that we hear about in there that's breaking people, the most person is rent.
Yeah,
like that's rent.
Hey, I did a video not long ago. I was like, nigga, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. And you not gonna stress me out about nothing not real. You know, if I ain't locked up, if a nigga ain't trying to kill me, if somebody didn't die, man, I'm not tripping. And these people trip off of the smallest things. But see, when you could go through what you went through and come out, it ain't nothing that's gonna phase you
at all. It make you want to add stuff on. Give me 10 rents.
Yeah.
I want my mama rent. I want my sister rent. I want all that on my back.
You know, the difference. I hear it all the time. One of my mentors said, he was like, man, stress management is the ceiling of your potential, and that's real. So when I start feeling like, oh no, that's too much, or I can't afford that, or I got all these clients, it's like, no, give me more, because the more that I could put on my plate, it's just like in the gym. The more weight you push, the bigger your muscle get. And most people, they running from that. They running from that anxiety. They running from the too much, not understanding when you bring that on, you're going to figure it out. You're going to get stronger. You got to go through it. And you done already went through so much. It's like, it's nothing now. Niggas just gotta
nothing that can break you.
Pick the right path.
Yeah, it's nothing. Only thing we just build up from there.
Listen,
it's something real quick. It's something I want to say something that William Atkinson book when it said when you start to think and you try to how does it go? It say when you draw back in one area, you draw back in all areas.
Yep, facts.
So that how you just keep going on anything, you just keep your mind.
He say that in Napoleon Hill, Outwitting the Devil. He like for every bad habit invites a flock of his relatives, and every good habit invites a flock of his relatives. And then listen, you know, I be around these 100 millionaires. When you get around these dudes, you realize how little you're doing. We don't really know how little we're doing because we're not around high level people. You get around every high level person that I know, even in the 100 millions. They working so hard, you realize, oh, I ain't working enough, but you don't really know it because you're not around it. So when you get around, you realize you're not doing enough. The stress that these people had, the things going on in their business, the $1 million losses and things like that would break most people, break most women for sure.
For sure.
You know, so it's like, man, you got to put more on your plate. The more you put on your plate, then it becomes normal. And you go to the next level. That's why I say, nigga, I need more. I need to do more. I need more problems. I need more shit. Because as long as your shit, anytime shit is too comfortable for me, I know I'm sliding backwards.
I know we are never gonna break. And that make it easier to know that in my mind. I wake up like, no matter what situation I'm gonna get, I'm never gonna break.
Hey, I say the same thing, and that's a blessing right there. That's worth more than all the money in the world. I know it don't matter what happened. Lose everything. Anything happen, no matter how hard it is, I got the mindset to understand I'll be able to deal with it. I'll be able to feel that anxiety, but still be able to control my mind over my emotions of that and keep pushing forward and bounce back.
And that's why I tell people you gotta read your books.
Yeah.
Because
listen, that's listen, on my programs, now I'm big on that. That's changed my life. You know, the first time I went to jail, that's when I read Think and Grow Rich the first time. And that changed everything. And then
I was in a leadership program on the level 4 yard where we all get together. It was like 6 of us.
Yeah.
It's a leadership program. And he gave us a book about neuroplasticity.
Yeah.
So basically it's like you can rewire your brain.
Yep.
And you actually reading books and doing things and just reading that.
Oh, I'm a completely different person from when I started reading. It really do change you. And that's why when you rewire your brain, let that plane go by.
Yeah.
When you rewire your brain from reading, you rewire your brain from stress. Like you break on some stress, you keep putting stress on your plate, and you think about it the right way. You're rewiring your brain on how to handle the stress.
Reassess it the next time it come up.
And then now next time it happens, it's not going to break you. That's why it's important to keep putting that pressure on your plate. Keep doing more. They can try to juggle more things than you juggling. As long as you trying to stay in your comfort zone, you ain't going to grow. It ain't no great life in comfort. And most people, they living comfortable. They living in the same house, same apartment, same this, same that, because they don't want to take the risk. Oh, well, what if it don't work? Shit, fuck it. I'm going to figure it out and I'm going to learn something from it.
Yeah.
Man, niggas act like going broke means something. So, nigga, so what? You gonna learn some lessons rather than saying it's a quote from Jim Rohn. He say, "I'd rather live 10 years of adventures than 100 years huddled in a corner." And that's how I feel. I would rather be out here, get rich or die trying, doing whatever it takes, chasing it, than just saying, okay, I'm cool. And the worst thing is, people get a little bit of success or a little bit of what they got, and then they try to just keep it. But as long as you playing defense, you ain't never gonna win because you ain't playing offense no more.
I went to zero over, I want to say, over 200 times.
Yeah.
I went back I knocked back all the way, but I never felt the next time I attacked it, I always had learned everything I learned from them losses. So I'll be at zero and still be ahead of motherfuckers.
Every single person who come on my podcast who's a high level, high net worth individual, they got the same story. They went to 10, 15 businesses before they really popped. And that's because each one of those things, you learn in the things, because you didn't know in that first business. You didn't know in that, but each one that failed, you learn what was wrong until you got to that next one. So these people trying to only do something if it's for sure going to work. It don't work like that.
Nah,
you're going to have to go through it, and you're going to learn them lessons, and that's going to build you up to the next, to the next, to the next.
You got to build. Ain't nothing just going to be, if it's like that, it's a scam. It's something going on. It's something just ready.
Man, listen, they say it's a big difference in playing not to lose versus playing to win.
Yeah.
And most people are playing just not to lose. Yeah. You're playing to just keep what you got, not lose what you got. But as long as it's like on the craps table, as long as you trying to keep what you got, if you don't bet it, you ain't never gonna win big.
And it's crazy because knowing that, you can set up ways to not lose, but you can't just take that approach to not lose all the time. But there's ways in the game where you can just set yourself up, eventually get to a point where you can win all the time.
Yeah.
It's people that win. It's people that probably ain't take a loss in probably 5-10 years based off of going through the struggle, reading, and making sure that they get out that situation.
But at the same time, too, it's like how you think about of a loss.
Yep.
You might go to zero, but you thinking that as a loss.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that as that was holes in my game. See, back in the day, it was like, man, you lost a bitch, you lost this, because it's holes in your game, and you would have never saw them holes if that didn't happen. Yeah. So you go to zero, it was holes in your game. Where was you slipping?
Yeah,
Where was you slipping
and
in your game?
It was always myself.
And
I
then
never blamed nobody else.
That's an identification of where you slipping. Now you sew that up. Now the next business, and a lot of times I say it all the time, better to go to zero when you at 100,000 or 200,000 or $1 million than when you get to that 200 million. So it's like, get them losses out the way earlier, man. You lost that bitch. Okay, better that regular ass low level bitch than when you caught that high level bitch and you was slipping. So that bitch that you fucked up with, okay, it was holes in my. Oh, I did this. I was moving wrong here. Okay, now you know. So when you knock that high level bitch, you ain't gonna blow her. It's better to do it with the low level bitch than a high level bitch. It's better to do it with a $200,000 a year business than it would be $2 million million and how much debt you're gonna be in. Yeah. So that's how I think about it. And I say it all the time, thinking rich. He say there's the seed of an equal greater positive in every negative. Yeah. I know that to be true and a fact. So no matter how negative a situation is, even if my emotions is feeling bad, I know as long as my mental could get right, I'll learn from this and I'll be in a better situation than I was before. You got to really think like
that's
that.
why you got to build your mind up.
Yeah, mindset is everything. These niggas want to go. These niggas want to come and try to get some money. You're not going to do it. Your mindset ain't right. You ain't built it. You ain't built the consistency, the discipline, the mindset.
I probably tried it more than all you niggas. I probably didn't went the deepest most of y'all didn't been. It's not going to work. And I'm highly educated. It's not gonna work. No matter how you do it.
Give these people a prison story, like just a stressful day. You know, I know it be a lot every day. Just give them something that you know it's like, man, y'all can't go through shit like this.
All right, you got situations like, for instance, it's 2 pull-up boys on the yard. You got Bloods, Crips, and you want to do your workout. It's as simple as that. You want to go do pull-ups. I know people that didn't do pull-ups the whole time they was there because they was scared to go pick a side. I went there and picked a side. Not a side like I'm joining them, but I'm finna work out right here. I'm about to do some pull-ups. I'm doing pull-ups. Somebody come up to you like, hey man, if they rush us over here, like you over here, like yeah, I'll be there. I'll be there. Like if I'm over here working out, just the area and they a whole group of niggas rush, they gonna rush me too. Yeah, I'm willing to take that because I want to do my pull-ups. You're not gonna tell me I'm not gonna not do no pull-ups.
Listen, and you see, that's what I'm talking about right there. It's a life or death situation just because you want to do some pull-ups. Man, and these people ain't got nothing in their way to go to the gym and they don't go.
Nigga, it was two, and that day came.
Yeah.
It's not like okay, it's a hypothetical situation. That day actually came where it got put to the test. Yeah. And it was 150 of them the other side, and it was probably like 30 of us at that pull-up board, and they was all lined up ready to attack. Cause that group just attacked them.
Look, all for you to do some pull-ups.
All just to do some pull-ups.
And the average individual, they gonna be like, man, I ain't gonna do no pull-ups.
Yeah, they gonna be like, man, that don't make sense. You stupid. Like, no, I want to do some pull-ups, bro. And as a man, nigga, you're not gonna tell me I can't do no pull-up. Like, I used to look at them walk around like, how you feel about yourself? Like you not doing pull-ups because you scared to confront these niggas.
And then this dude's out here. They got every excuse in the world why they ain't going to the gym, and all they gotta go do is go outside and drive to where they're going. That's what I'm saying.
But I had to put my life on the line just to work out. I could have did push-ups and flipped the tire, but I wanted to do pull-ups and dips. And pull-up, dip, or that's it. Man, and some of y'all don't even got the tire. So
hey, listen,
that yard was cold.
Tell them about how the riots get down. Like when you in there,
man. The worst ones is when you gotta know that it's coming tomorrow. Like they did some shit today, and tomorrow the next time we come out, we gotta go up again. So you gotta sleep on it. But man, it just happens out of nowhere sometimes. Sometimes you can't even prepare for that type of shit. Sometimes.
So what you had to go in there, you had to make your little shank, or they already had them made?
Nah, you gotta make your own.
You gotta make your own.
Yeah, you gotta make, because 9 times out of 10, you don't even want nobody to know you got one.
Yeah.
So like niggas is discreet. Niggas ain't trying to let niggas know you got one. And that's stressful. It's stressful because
that's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna tell y'all like this. 9 times out of 10, you do not need the knife. But the other side, the Mexicans, the other side, whoever we going against, they always got one. So you gotta just have one just because if they want to attack, bro, they all got it. We don't even want it.
Yeah.
We don't even need it.
Yeah.
Like I swear to God, I always said, what do I look like risking myself carrying this motherfucker when I feel like, nigga, I'll knock him out, take his knife and use it on him.
Yeah.
So I hated having to use it, but I had.
Hey, but you know, listen, that's what I be saying. Like niggas just be out here tripping about moving. I got people in my program. I'm like, hey, yo, you got to move here to a different city, leave everything, be in a room and do this, do that.
Oh, I'll tell you about that.
And these niggas
about
and these dudes they got so much anxiety about nothing.
Oh no, I'll tell you about
nothing.
I'll tell you about anxiety, nigga.
Yeah.
Anxiety, nigga, they'll tell you pack up, nigga, you going to another yard. Or y'all moving, we moving. Every time I move with a mask because like not time if you moving by yourself going to another yard, unless your points drop or something, it was fishy. So not time 10, I move with a yard. We going to a whole nother yard, bro. You don't know none of these niggas. You don't know nothing, bro. It's like moving to a new yard is the top anxiety. I know gangsters, killers, thugs, nigga be nervous about moving to a new yard, bro.
Yeah.
Cause you don't know who's there. You don't know if the niggas you done got into away from the street, you done smacked, if they people there on the yard.
Yeah.
Like that's anxiety, bro. And you surrounded by this, you can't escape.
Bro,
like
that's what I'm saying. Like, and you going through it's anxiety 24/7. Nigga could die every day. Every day the door might pop. You got to be ready.
I was in the yard, nigga. I couldn't. My stomach, it's a pain I can't even explain, bro. Yeah. It was a sharp pain in my stomach, just off anxiety, like not being scared, but just like the pressure of
nigga. I'll be scared, like you know,
serious
it is what it is.
In Corcoran,
bro, nigga, that's what I'm saying. Niggas do not go through nothing in real life. So therefore, the smallest thing break them. They got anxiety about making a big purchase. They got anxiety about their bitch leaving. Like when you go through some real shit in life, that's why it's a blessing at the same time because can't no little shit fake. Man, my bitch cheat on me, nigga. Fuck you, me. Don't give a fuck about no little shit like that.
And I almost be offended when people be like,
yeah,
like, you think I care about that?
Bro,
I don't care about that.
That's why it's hard for me to deal with, you know, a lot of women because I can't stand that soft ass crybaby shit. Bitch, you finna cry about nothing. Yeah, I don't respect it. I don't care if you're a woman or not. I don't respect it.
Yeah, I'm not good.
I don't respect it, and I can't get involved in that petty little shit you going through because, like you said, I feel disrespected that you're sitting here crying about nothing when there's people really going through something.
Yeah, there's real shit going on.
You know, that's why I say, man, it's a blessing, and the fact that you in that type of situation, man, your mindset is elite. You know, and I be drawing from your mindset. You know, just know what you going living vicariously through you all the time. Just knowing, like, nigga, I ain't tripping off nothing. I know what he going through, nigga. Ain't nothing I'm doing. Yeah, that's a blessing wherever I'm at. Even if I'm homeless on the street, it's a blessing because I could do whatever.
And it's simply the fact that, like, I don't give up. I wasn't just the craziest one in there. I was really calm compared to half of them what they really be doing in there. But my attitude of not giving up put me in a lot of situations that people that give up, people that rolled up, got up out of there. Like for me to stay in there and have that mindset and never giving up,
listen.
Oh my God!
But tell them no, like listen. You gotta think. You know how motherfuckers out here, motherfuckers get into some shit. They bitch leave them. Oh, I'm finna go drink. In there, the anxiety so much more than everybody on drugs.
Yeah, everybody on drugs.
You know, and unless you got an elite mindset, man, it's gonna be very hard to not have the pull of saying, you know, let me just alleviate my pain.
And that's why I say you gotta. And the only in there, honestly, is books, YouTube, and that's really it. Family, if you got family to talk to on the tablet or whatever, but y'all got to get in them books. That's the only way.
And that's how I knew when I first went to jail. I knew my mindset was not good. That was before I did any personal development because I could remember sitting in there and it wasn't nothing that was going on. It was just the fact that I was sitting in a cell for 23 hours a day. That drove me. That shit right there was enough for me to say, nah, I ain't doing this shit no more. That shit really exposed how weak my mind was.
I was so weak. It was hard to complete just 24 hours. Like my brain would just be like,
man, nigga,
going crazy just to do one day.
They don't know about that. It ain't had nothing. And then on top of that, when you went to prison, you had all the other things going on. Just me by myself or just with one cellie. Just the mental pain I was going through being somewhere for 23 hours in a day. My mind was going crazy. And that's when I realized, man, my mindset ain't shit.
And they try to break you in there so cold. And that's what make people so strong in there because they put the extreme
Oh, nigga,
break on you, bro.
just them
I ain't seen
motherfucking
nothing.
popping your motherfucking door. You can't even get a good night's sleep. You want to pop the motherfucking door at 3 a.m. to do a motherfucking check. I'm like, man, I can't even sleep good. Look, you know, it's funny too. I remember going in there. I'm like, man, I'll just sleep this shit off. Yeah, right. Oh, you think so? You think you finna go? I'm just finna sleep. Yeah, all right.
I tried it, didn't work. I tried, niggas was on me. All they was on me. Not like that, but they was like, nigga, ain't no sleeping until 10 o'clock. Like, you can't sleep till 10. If you sleep till 10 o'clock, they gonna be on you. I'm talking about to the point where if you do that 2 weeks straight, they gonna be to the point where they ready to rob you. They ready to just do anything
Man,
weak. They prey on the weak.
And that's why
they prey on it.
That's what, yeah, exactly. And that's why I try to tell people, gotta do the hard things every day. You gotta wake up early, do the hard work. Like manufacture hard things so your mind stay hard, because you want to try to manufacture what you went through on the outside so you can still get that same mindset. Because if not, that's why most people, they so weak it's disgusting. They so weak it's disgusting. That's why, you know, that's why
it's not easy work to go through, but it's worth it, because in the long run,
hey, and that's why
nothing to phase you.
And that's why I got a big practice on meditation, because I couldn't sit with myself in that cell for 23 hours without going crazy. Most people, they try to meditate right now, they're going to get to squirming like a dope fiend. They don't realize how weak their mind is. They can't even sit still in their own thoughts for 10, 15 minutes. But when you do that over and over, it starts to build a solid mindset to be able to be okay with your own thoughts.
I'm glad you said that, because out here, as I peep everything, people try to work from the outside in. They want to get a nice house to feel good. They want to get a nice car to feel good, nice clothes, nice bad bitch, whatever it is. You got to start with the inside first. You got to cut everything off. You got to go in a black room.
Come on. And you see, because you see,
look, go order a storage and cut the go order a storage and stay in there for 7 days and see if you come out the same.
I'm trying to tell you.
You're going to come out there and that's how it is. Because come out there, no sunlight, nothing. Man, come out there and see if you feel the same.
And you see, like, the dudes who they got all the shit that they gotta put on, and you can see right through them that's who they are. They not putting it on top of them. See, that is them, and they nothing without.
They're not gonna like being around us, because we seeing through. I see through your Cartier, whatever Versace frame. We trying to hide from.
We see through all that shit.
You gotta get your inside core together.
Yeah, it's a different look somebody got in their eyes when they moving like that. Then when you put it on top of it, it's different.
Yeah, see, that's what they understand. You add it on top of that, it's over with.
Yeah. And it ain't too many people like that in the world. But you know, that's because most people ain't do it. That's why I say
I advise people to go really do that.
Super comfortable life, you have to manufacture little hard things every day to keep your mind strong. Otherwise, if you're not getting stronger, you're getting worse. If you're not growing, you're dying. So therefore, if you're not doing something every day to elevate your mindset, then it's getting worse. It's atrophy.
Look, you got to put yourself, you can't even compare it to this, but you got to like force yourself in a situation where you can't even call nobody for help.
I do that on a regular basis. I know myself. I regularly put myself in situations to put my back against the wall, to have anxiety, because I understand if I don't do that, I'm going to get to sliding back. And you get to slide it back too far, it's going to be hard to catch back up. I manufacture situations in my life, and that's why I grow so much. I'm constantly I can't do it, I'm going to do it anyway. Yep. I'm never waiting for the right time. If I can't do it,
tell me that.
If I can't do it, if I got anxiety, that's an identification to me that's what I need to do. Yeah. If you got two options, you're like, oh, that's the scary one, I'm going to do this one, then you know that's the one you need to do, because that's where you're going to get the most growth. And when you really start to understand the power of the mind, you're not going to go for the money first. You're going to understand that mindset is way more important. So whatever it takes to develop that, even on the road to get money, if you just get it without the mindset, the mindset that I have to know I can go through anything, no matter how hard it is, and I'll figure it out. It ain't going to happen, but if it did, I'm not even tripping, because I know myself. Yep. You know, and I almost take it as a challenge. Most people don't feel like that, and so they so scared to lose what they got because they never built the right mindset. So now you living in fear. Dudes having money, they living in fear. Now you don't risk nothing. Now you don't grow. Now you stagnant where you at, because you ain't got no belief in yourself, because you ain't built your mindset up.
It's all about everybody in there know me from taking the biggest risk. And if it hit, it hit. If not, nigga, we ain't got a soup to eat tonight, nigga. Like, it got serious.
Man, it's like in the casino.
And I still ain't gonna go ask for no soup. Like, I sit in my cell with no soup because I got so much pride, and I'm not gonna go ask the next man for no soup. I sit in there, and store ain't for. It didn't be time where they didn't skip store. Like, they'll come, only 30 people in the building.
Listen, right. Man, they don't know.
Oh, they don't even know that.
They don't know about that, nigga. You're not even eating. They damn near starving you in there.
Nigga, you get store $220 a month. nigga, if you owe restitution, you got to put 440 on your books just to get 220. Niggas they ain't even got it like that anymore.
When you literally starving.
And price went up there after COVID, so you getting, nigga,
or going out and working for a week for 17
and
cents.
you got to work out to survive and stay fit for war. So now you got to eat dope.
I'm saying when you go and you working and they paying you 17 cents a week.
Oh yeah, and the chances of you working is slim because especially on them high level yards, it's only you ain't got the extra. You only got porters and education staff. Probably education damn near shut down. You only got porters, and only the lead porter get paid. Yeah. Everybody else work for free. So you getting a job in there is slim to none, man, just like out here. And you only getting 6 cents an hour. 7 cents an hour.
6 cents an hour.
7 cents. And after restitution, you getting $7.50 a month.
Like. You just if motherfuckers really knew how hard some people is living, they'll be like, man, this is a cakewalk. It's a cakewalk. And then you see the opportunity when you come from something like that. It's like you see nothing but opportunity everywhere, you know. But you know that's why I say, and I say it all the time, right? That's why you got to pick your woman wisely, because you become whoever you around. Man, I don't respect weakness in no woman of mine. That crybaby, weak shit. I'm not a weak nigga. I can't have no weak bitch around me. Yep. If you on that crybaby shit, that's gonna seep into who I am. You the average some of the 5 people you hang around most, and a woman is nuts you most of the time. That shit might rub off on me.
So I'm gonna let it be known too. They around me, they know it's nope.
And not to mention, nigga, when I would come up, it was always with the hardest bitches. Like even when I go out and shit, I was out the other night, and I ain't gonna say his name. I was with somebody, and you know. This bitch called out some fake shit he did, and you know everybody looking at her like she crazy. And I looked, I said, I like that. It's a real bitch right there. You know what I'm saying? I like a hard bitch, but even a hard bitch, she's still gonna respect the man who's respectable. Yeah. But you know, I don't like no weak ass, soft ass. I like a soft woman. But that don't mean she go for the bullshit. I like a strong woman. A lot of these dudes, they don't like a strong woman because a strong woman gonna call a nigga out. They gonna challenge a strong woman gonna call out bullshit, and most of these niggas is fake, so they don't like getting called out. But if you a strong man, that strong woman gonna bow down and respect it regardless. That's why niggas always be like, oh, I want this race or this race, because they want somebody who game goofy and ain't gonna say nothing. I want a strong woman because it don't matter what woman around me, when she see me, she gonna respect it because she gonna see through and through I am who I am. So that's why a lot of niggas want to get a woman who don't really know. Oh, she too. It's not that you want a soft woman. If you and the that right might man, be why I always heard I seen a quote all the time. I understand it, but now that just clarifies, like behind every strong man is a strong woman. Yeah, because like just them thinking like that make you be on your shit. Yeah, like man. I gotta be on my shit. Yeah, man, I don't want no soft ass, weak ass bitch. Be soft when you with me, but you can't, because if you soft, guess what? You're gonna be soft in the world. Now we wide open, because if you're a part of me, now somebody got to end, because you soft and you ain't gonna be able to block the shit that I ain't seeing, because you too game goofy. Now I don't like that shit.
Door open. I didn't read that. It was in one of them books, like it tell a story about the castle, about the if it's sleep. If you let your subconscious sleep, it can let in the castle. I gotta figure out what that was about.
I know what you're talking about. I can't say it. Yeah. That's why you got to be careful what you listening to and what you around, because that shit will slowly seep into your subconscious. That's why I got to check everything. Everything must be checked with the broad, because if you let it slide, it seep into your subconscious. If you let her talk a little crazy, if you don't check some shit that you see, if you accepting poor treatment, you may think, oh, I'm gonna just let it slide. No, your subconscious is lowering your self-image because you let that slide, which means you feel okay with that type of treatment, which means you feel less than. So therefore, I don't feel less than. So I'm gonna check it every time, even at the result of ending a relationship today, tomorrow, be with somebody 10 years.
The worst can happen is she gone. We've been there millions of times.
Come on, and that's
at least I still got my pride.
And that's why it's so important to build your mindset, because most of these dudes ain't got no mindset. They can't be by themselves. We was just talking about nigga being in the cell. You going crazy. You want somebody around.
You gotta be by.
And therefore, these niggas get women who don't really like them, be with friends that ain't really they friends, because they can't be by themselves. But when you can learn to be by yourself and be strong with it, you're not going for nothing but what's solid.
That's detrimental, being able to be by yourself.
Man, it's a superpower. And most niggas don't got it.
Cure all that. Niggas to start looking at shit different. Like, oh, nigga, fuck that.
Yeah. We got 118 people watching. Man, listen, y'all better put some questions in the chat.
We can answer any questions.
We jumping off, man?
We can go anywhere y'all want to go. We can go anywhere.
Yeah, put some.
The best do it for questions.
Man, come on. Put some questions in the chat, or we jumping off. It don't matter on anything. So when a woman wants to join a program and she wants you and has passed some tests, what are you giving her to fulfill her? Already knowing she will be fulfilled with me, but more details. Nope, wrong. Wrong. She said already knowing she will be fulfilled with me, but ain't no but. I am the prize. She is. If she can't be fulfilled with me, then she not for me. Everything that I am, all this mind shit that we talking, that's what she get from me. And that's like I said, that's more important than any amount of money. Any woman with me, being around me, the conversations we gonna have, the books I'm gonna introduce her to, the lifestyle, that's second. But just the mindset. Like I talk to women sometimes for brief periods of time because they don't never pass the test. 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month. Their life is better. They'll tell me what they do, and I say, you ain't charging enough. You don't see enough value in yourself. You need to do this. Oh, that bitch, she fake. Ooh, I changed a bitch life in a month's time just because of who I am. That's enough. And all that extra shit she want that from a man that don't got all of these other attributes. Because if you ain't got none of that, well, yeah, then I need the trappings, I need the money, I need all that. But when you got the shit that really matter and you really changing her life just with the mindset shit, she don't need nothing else. But if she stay down, I'm gonna give her something else. But if she ain't fulfilled with what the fuck I'm to, then she don't value mindset. If she don't value mindset, she never gonna grow, which means I'm gonna outgrow her anyway. So she might as well not even be with me. Yeah. If a woman ain't growing with me, I'm gonna outgrow. I tell bitches all the time, you better read this book, you better do this, you better do that. Because if you don't, I'm always growing. Yeah. So I'm gonna outgrow you. And I'll
give him a slight second chance. If you don't catch on and already kind of willing wanted to do this, you're not gonna keep up.
Yeah, man.
Like if you just going against that at any, like, come on.
Yeah, man. I ain't tripping, man. I ain't never tripping off no bitch, man. I'm tripping off me. I'm tripping off the bitch tripping off me. Yeah. These niggas be worried about these bitches too much. You know, I like I say it all the time. They really don't understand. Nigga, do you know it's 3 billion bitches in this world? Yeah. Listen, it's just think about 10,000 women. Like, it's so many women in this world, nigga. Why am I ever tripping off one?
And they gonna naturally fall to you once you get yourself.
These niggas don't have a bigger purpose in life, nigga. When you got a real purpose in life, nigga, you ain't even tripping off the bitch. Period, nigga. I'm trying to chase millions. I got this going on, that going on. Things I want to do, houses I want to buy, things I want to do for my family. Yep. That is so important, man. The bitch is not even a third, fourth, fifth thought. But if the bitch is really with me and for me and she really like me, then she gonna make herself useful enough to where she gonna be second thought. But if she not, I ain't thinking about her, man. My uncle told me one time, he said, man, listen, I ain't tripping off the bitch. I'm worried about what I'm doing, and that bitch better catch up and keep up. Yeah. Hey, that bitch better catch up and keep up. Because I ain't looking back like most of you niggas do. You slowing your whole life down for the bitch, for her little $5 petty ass bullshit problem. I'm not doing it at all. Should a son of a successful father continue what he built or create his own path from scratch? What you think on that?
I feel like you can utilize, you can benefit from what he's doing and learn and build what you want to build, invest what he got already going for you. I'll definitely go into that because I'm in a situation kind of like that. So it's like you can always learn from that situation, go and see the jewels that's around, be able to take information from all that, and eventually you can come and do your own thing.
Right? You can draw just even if it's the lessons. You ain't even.
I used to go against that. Yeah, I've been in a situation where I done been around millionaires in rooms where I'm walking up tight, I'm uncomfortable, and I ain't utilize it for a second. Like I ain't utilize it at all.
Nigga want to break out on his own path. It's like this. If you already have a path that's already paved, you don't necessarily have to walk it all the way down. The things you can learn being in that situation, and then take those same jewels and gems, like you said, and then do it somewhere else. But if you already got a path paved, you might as well walk down that path and pick up
as much as you can. I say walk down as much as you can until you find what's right for you. Because any other path is you're still gonna have to go down something.
Yeah, you might as well go down that one. Yeah, you might as well. Shit, you know, like most of the families that got a whole lot of money, it's they was put in position and then they built it bigger. Yep. Let me see. A man shouldn't want to be attached because he can take away a lot of potential. Would you mess with a single mother? Yeah, I'd mess with a single mother. It's not about the single mother. It's about what she brings to the table. It's about her mindset. It's about her personality. She got to please the personality. How much do she like me? Do she like me a whole hell of a lot? Is she going to get down with whatever I'm talking about? Because then, it don't really make no difference to me. But y'all talking about, if you say I ain't messing with no single mothers, you're going to take out an entire demographic of women that might have been the right one that was really feeling you.
And they already come nurturing. They already... Like having a kid, I put them in a position.
It's like a motherfucker say, "Would I fuck with a stripper?" Well, it's all based on the individual and the characteristics. Because you can have somebody who's not a single mother who's a shitty woman. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, of course, a woman who got a child gonna have to really come with it even more. But guess what? Because she has a child, she better recognize that deficiency in her marketplace value, and so she better come with more. Not to mention, a lot of you niggas talking about you ain't fucking with single mothers, nigga. You can't catch no single fine bitch that got her shit going on. She ain't fucking with you. Nah. So you better open the pool of women that you can fuck with, and she might be willing to fuck with you more because her marketplace value ain't as high.
You to even
now, if you a super duper fly, got it going on, all that type of shit, all right, you got the pick of the litter. You can do what you want to do. But if you not that nigga, and most of y'all are not, then you shouldn't be trying to X out a bitch because she got a kid because you heard it somewhere on a podcast. Nobody said you had to take care of that motherfucker. Nobody said y'all gonna have kids together. Nobody said that you gonna be taking care of that kid. And most of the single mothers that I used to fuck with, but I didn't even deal with their kid, never even saw their kid. I had one woman who brought me the most money I ever got in my life, and she had a child. You know what I'm saying? Somebody said, when you first got out, what was your plan of action to make you succeed?
Man, it kind of stemmed from already being in there. I already kind of knew what I was going to do. I'm just into investing, just stocks, investing. I already knew what I was going to do, so it wasn't. I'm just trying to stay out the way, get off parole. But my mind is already locked in on one thing: stocks, investing. I already knew my way out.
But yeah, and you was already doing that shit while you was in.
Yeah, I was doing that already, so I already had my mind made up as far as what I want to do.
You got out,
but it wasn't always like that.
Yeah,
it wasn't always like that, and I was always trying to figure out what I'm gonna do. It started off with real estate, and then led to stocks, investing.
Somebody said, should I mess with females from my city or from a different state? I live in RI. I think that's Rhode Island. Rhode Island, man, you shouldn't even live in Rhode Island. You talking about, listen, you talking about should I mess with females from my city? It's small where you at. Well, if it's small where you at, you shouldn't even be there. Fuck the bitches, man. You should get out of there just because of the network and the things and the people.
You gotta expand your horizon on that. The world way bigger than Rhode Island.
And then you go different places in the world. You realize the bitches where you at that think they, top females, you realize they nothing. And so you'll spend your whole life building something up and you're not even building to your potential. That's why I had to get out of Sacramento and I go to Vegas and I see all these big things and I go to the next level. I'm like, oh, Miami's where it at. And it just keep pushing your level. Now, really, ain't nowhere I'm going and niggas can't fuck with me nowhere because the standard is now so high. But guess what? If you in a city where doing little shit is big or having a Benz is the best car or this motherfucking 6.5 is a 10 here and everybody giving their attention, that's going to be your vision and your standard. Yeah. You want to go where the biggest of the big is and then reach your full potential. Then can't nobody fuck with you nowhere.
You got to expose yourself to more.
You got to. Man, I came out here with a Rolls Royce, man, and that shit was nothing. I'm like, damn, this ain't even, no motherfuckers ain't even looking at this shit. Yeah. That's where you need to be. Somebody said that's a clip. What's a clip? Which part? How does the average person working a 9 to 5 save up enough for a mentor that would change their life? Listen, but before you say your answer, I just got a new payment processor, so you could get started with me for $200-$300. You do a payment plan with them, and you put $300 down maybe a month, but you get started today.
Yep. No, that was it. You just gotta do it. You just gotta go.
Yep.
Because you learning more. The value of the dollar ain't nothing on what you really about to learn.
Mentorship is everything. Listen, because the think is different. It's not even so much what you learn. It's the level of think.
Look,
action is different.
I pay $1,000 versus what I had to pay to go learn what I learned.
Yeah.
Like if they would knew the value of the way they make you learn in here versus if I could have just paid and you take me through, you teach everybody everything that hard situation taught me. With $200-$300, I'll be glad to give you that.
And that's what I do with my blueprint and my program. It's all about doing that, the mental discipline and building it. So you ain't got to go to a situation where you forced into it, but you build it up on your own out here. And what you said too, somebody said, what's some wisdom you can give for someone moving to a new city? Just do it. Don't think about it. Fuck the lease, fuck the credit. Just move. Put yourself in that uncomfortable situation. You're back against the wall and figure it out. And I'd always say too, man, drown yourself out with success. Don't listen to no music. Listen to all podcasts or positive music that raise your vibration. Put nothing on all day long on the TV, but motivational things on the TV. Read all the books about people who was down and came up. Drown your mind with success. Let that shit seep into your subconscious and just see nothing but that. And you'll eventually, come up. Because I've been in them hard times. When I'm in a new city, I'm sleeping in my car. Guess what I'm doing? I'm going to the gym every single day. I'm listening to the right music. I'm putting podcasts on. I'm listening to Brian Tracy. I'm drowning my mind with success. So all the doubts that's coming in, I'm having something to balance that shit out. And you'll figure it out. And then understand that anxiety is where it's at. A million motherfuckers just did it. You could do it.
And when you make a move like that, whatever, sometimes the only thing you can say to yourself is it's gonna be all right. The whole time you making that move, like it's gonna be all right. We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna get
burn and desire too. You got to really want it, man. I had to want it so much. I moved from Sacramento with sleeping on my car because I wanted more, so much more than I wanted average. Yeah. If you ain't got a burn and desire, what's gonna keep you going? I would rather be sleeping in my car than be comfortable in motherfucking Sacramento. That's how much I hated mediocrity. I'd rather be in my car than be at that motherfucker right now. If you ain't feeling like that, you don't want it bad enough.
Nah.
And you ain't gonna do what it take. Sometimes you could develop a burning desire though. You can develop a burning desire, that magnetism. A lot of different books talk about
magnetism.
You have to develop that. A lot of people here moving around too slow. They not motivated. They just, just cool, man. You can't be cool, man. I was cool for a minute, man. They ain't give me nothing, man. I had a mentor tell me one time. He said the cool dudes never make success, never make it too successful. You know why? Because they trying to be too cool. Yeah. You got to move quick. You got to have energy. You got to be willing to embarrass yourself. Energy. If you're not willing to do that and you want to be too cool, you're never gonna do what it takes. Because you're gonna have to get uncomfortable. You're gonna have to embarrass yourself. You're gonna have to put yourself in situations that's uncomfortable where you can't be cool because you that uncomfortable.
I used to be like that, trying to be too cool, and I missed out a lot of. I should have been asking questions. I should have been involved with stuff. Like I played it cool. That's not the way.
That's a fact. Somebody said I left the Bay Area with 200 and Nissan Sentra with electrical problems. What are the basic fundamentals that led y'all to principles? The fulfillment question was the clip. But I'm gonna get on the payment process soon. I'm working. Now you ain't got to get on it soon. You can get on it right now. You DM me on Instagram or go on my website. The mentorship, you click that link, you'll be able to get started today with $200. We'll jump on that first call. Make that move. All right, man. Come with some questions. 146 people in here. Come with some questions. Any type of questions.
We can talk about the pen, anything. We can go deep as y'all want.
We gonna really do that tonight, either right here or over there, and then we gonna record it, and we gonna really go deep on that shit. We just doing a little lightweight sparring right now. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You a natural on this camera, right?
Come on, man.
I'm gonna pay today. Come on. Speed Racer XXL. Come on.
Let's get it.
Let me see.
Oh man, this feel good out here, man. It's crazy.
All right, man. Y'all, if y'all ain't got no questions, we about to jump off. We just came through, blessed y'all for a minute. Y'all ain't got no questions.
Got the legendary backdrop.
How do I deal with low vibrational people? Ooh, you don't. There's very few people that you have to deal with. Yeah, if it's your family and you live in a house, or if it's, but the majority of people you can move away from, you just don't want to.
Yeah. You can,
I guess if you had a job, if you at home and it's people in your household, then okay. But guess what? I live in my own sphere. I'm in my own bubble. Yeah. You don't really realize. That's why I love Think and Grow Rich. When you change, everything around you change. When you change, it's the people that aggravate you. When your vibration really change, those people somehow, some way just end up stop messing with you. They end up some way just not doing the things they used to do. When you really change who you are, everything around you change. Everything is a reflection of who you are, man. Life is not just a window, it's a mirror. It's really a reflection of who you are. When I really change, everything around me changes. Yeah. That's why it's so important to do the mental work, do the meditations, really build who you want to be. Because when you change, literally, that shit is like magic. When you really change, everything in your life changes like magic.
I done had environments where people are like, it's not possible. And I just was in the cell just like, man, nah. And changed the whole environment. Like everything they said no, I made become a reality in there. Like the whole situation. They're like, how'd you, like, cause I wasn't finna settle for this being a reality. Cause your reality, my reality, you allowing that. I'm not finna allow that. Now, if you still don't believe, well, you're not gonna coexist in this. I don't know where you're gonna go, but this right here around me is gonna be what I want it to be.
And that's how we do whatever we doing. If it seemed like something go wrong, we'd be like, well, that's how it's supposed to happen.
That's how it's supposed to happen.
Our mindset on just anything happening that the most people would say is negative. Nope. We ain't even gonna let it phase us.
And then it always happen even better for us later on.
Like every time. Man, I say that shit all the time. It's like when you really change, everything around you change so much. Like it don't matter where I'm at. Hey, soon as I left is when the club got shot up. Soon as I left is when something happened. Soon as I stopped fucking with the bitch, it's like when you moving with the right vibration, you like your reality is gonna be what it's gonna be, and everything else gonna fall to the wayside that don't fit in that frequency.
As soon as I left, I'm telling my brother, as soon as I got out, they killed the white boy in the building. They killed another dude on the yard. Like they on lockdown for this mass murders going on in there, nigga. I'm talking about that's crazy how I manifested it. I'm like, man, I'm getting out at the right time.
Look, people don't understand that part, man. I tell them, man, I operate from a third dimension, man. You could do what I do, but it sometimes still won't work because you don't understand that the inner work that I'm doing for the mentality, for the vibration, to make sure my vibe, because I understand vibration and your frequency is everything. I've made things work that shouldn't have worked. I've made things work that shouldn't have worked. That shouldn't have worked. Why? Because when your attitude is right, the facts don't count. When you vibrating at a certain frequency and you got the right mindset about something, whatever you touch gonna work. But these niggas not thinking like that. They just trying to do all the work. Yeah, do the work, but make sure your mindset is right. And make sure your frequency is right. Make sure you feeling good when you're doing something. That's why I have a practice. Man, I'm trying to, before I go somewhere, no matter what happens, it's gonna be a good night. I'm always making sure the thinking is right, and that shit will move everything.
We got that force field around you,
man.
It can't not
like my
go,
own bubble.
It can't not go against what your inner is. Because the outside is a reflection of your inside.
Bro,
nothing's gonna go against your inside.
I don't think they really get it. But you know, we've been doing this work and reading these books and really
they don't know. We like 15. You like 20. You probably got 20 years of this shit already.
Yeah, so it's not just reading it. It's reading it, practice, and really seeing it, doubting it, but really starting to understand, man, you really create. And sometimes I gotta remind myself, like, you really create your reality. You could change your life tomorrow. Everything could be different tomorrow if you really believed and had the frequency of it.
Look, they gotta get them books you got on your thing.
Yeah, get my book list. Get my book list.
Because there's exercises in them books that go. I'm talking about. When you do them exercises, you really gonna see why.
Yeah, and
the
power of concentration. Yep.
You really gonna see it. You gotta do them exercises in there for real. That's how you really gonna know. You gonna be like,
all right, look, we gonna jump up off of here. I got a call in like an hour. Y'all catch us back. Where can they find you at? Man. Go follow him right now on Instagram. What's your Instagram?
Trench Trader YB.
Trench Trader YB.
Yes, sir.
We coming back on tonight, but we coming fired up. We coming with the prison stories.
Yeah, we coming with it.
We coming with it.
Y'all can ask questions, all that. I go into detail. We can get it going. Feel good out here, man. That made me want to read a book. I'm about to read a book in a minute. Read a couple pages.